Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started with today's topic, which is going to be about why even start a YouTube channel and deal with inappropriate comments, I want to give you guys a quick update on the roadside firewood stand. So if you've been following the channel at all, you'll know that we are in the very beginning stages of starting I'll call it a small firewood business. This is just something, that I do for fun. I like to cut firewood. I'm not cutting a massive quantity of firewood, but I have enough that I could sell out of a roadside stand and sell bundled firewood. So what I'm trying to do is just build a really nice looking roadside stand. I think that is going to be one of the keys of success for this business. We're a little behind schedule, but we're getting close. I'm not that concerned about it. Weather has held us back a little bit, but right now the roadside stand is pretty much complete. All the framing is done. All the staining on the building itself is done, and the roof is on. So today I am working on the floors, and I've got this first row done. So I've got 3 shelves in here. Each one's gonna have 5 floorboards in it. These are the bottoms of the floors, so I'm getting them stained first, letting them dry. They might only need 1 coat. We'll see. These are already dry and they look pretty good, so I might just leave them like this. I'm going a little overkill on this build, but I'm also staying under budget. I'm trying to get this whole thing started for under $1,000. Right now I'm at $900, and I shouldn't need anything else. Possibly a little more stain. I don't know yet. I'm like really close, so we'll see how that goes. Now, when I say overkill, this little 8-foot long by almost 8-foot tall stand, I used 4x4 corner posts. I used a lot of 2x6 framing for the floor. Actually, all the floor support is 2x6, and I'm using 5/4 decking for the floors, which you absolutely don't need to do in a roadside stand, but that's what I decided to go with. So the next thing that I'm going to be working on once I get the floors done is putting the signs together. I was originally going to just paint right onto the wood here what each row is going to be. So bundled firewood or mixed hardwoods, kindling, etc. But I think what I'm going to do now is just make signs to hang on there, so that way I can change this up as it grows. As I find stuff that sells better than others, it'll just give me more flexibility down the road to change this thing up. So that will be coming up soon. So today's topic, I am going to work on staining these while I talk. So I'm not going to be staring at the camera the whole time. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I do not have an external microphone. I know I need to get one, but I'm kind of starting this whole channel on as low a budget as possible. I bought a nice GoPro 11. That's been the only camera that I use for my filming, and it's worked fine so far. But I don't have a bunch of fancy camera equipment. I don't have a drone. I don't have any external microphones. So I'm just kind of going with what I have for now, and we'll see how this thing takes off. So I'm going to set you guys down, and we're going to talk about the main topic for the day. Alright guys, it was a little too windy out there, so I decided to just duck into the shed here and finish this video. But I did get all the staining done for the floorboards. So, the main topic was why start a YouTube channel and deal with inappropriate comments. And I have a couple motivating factors for starting the channel, so I mainly want to focus on that. You kind of know when you start a YouTube channel that you're gonna get negative comments. Not everybody is gonna agree with what you say or how you do something, and some people just feel like they have to leave a comment about that. I don't understand it. You know, I've been watching YouTube videos for a long time. I never felt the need to leave a negative comment about somebody's video. You know, I chose to watch the video. If I don't like it, I'm just going to turn it off and go watch something else. It's as simple as that. There's no need for a negative comment. You know, that person didn't send me that video. They didn't make me watch that video. So we all have our own opinions, but I'll never understand the negative comment side of YouTube. But you know it's going to happen. It's just part of the gig, right? And it's not going to stop me from posting YouTube videos. So, couple motivating factors for starting this channel. You know, the main one was having video content of me and my family, you know, as the kids are young and they're helping me do stuff around the property, you know, or they're just running around playing in the background. I think it's really cool to have that kind of footage, you know, for the kids to look back on when they get older. You know, we didn't have that type of stuff when I was a kid. And, you know, I lost my dad a couple years ago, and I wish I had this type of video footage to look back on, you know, to see what it was like when I was a kid and I was working outside with my dad, because that's what we did. You know, I grew up in a log house on 2 acres of wooded property, and we were always outside working. You know, you're outside cutting firewood, you're working on equipment, you know, you're mowing the grass, you're doing maintenance to the home, you know, whatever it is, there was always something to do. And I learned so much by doing that. But it's hard to remember, you know, what those moments were like, or, you know, what I was like as a kid, you know, hanging out with my parents. So we're really fortunate to have this technology now, so we can do this kind of stuff and we can make these kind of videos to share with our family. Now, I know what you're thinking, you know, I don't have to make these videos and post them. I can just make them and save them into a library and, you know, be done with it. YouTube makes it fun, almost like a game, because when you're shooting a video, and I am completely new to this, you know, I've only posted, I think, 23 videos to this point, and it's not easy to do. So it kind of motivates you to put together a good video, you know, do good editing, which is really hard to do, by the way. So, you know, you learn a lot about how to do it, and it motivates you a little bit to post good content and piece together, you know, a good video. Now, you know, I'll have a lot of videos that I do with the kids when we're going on trips. We do a lot of bike riding, you know, we go to a lot of parks. So, you know, that stuff I'm not going to post on the channel, you know, so we'll have content of that, you know, that, you know, will be there for the kids when they get older. But, you know, I'm not going to post everything. I'm going to, you know, stick to the topic of this channel, and that is working outside, you know, doing stuff around our property, and hopefully providing some educational videos as well. So that's another part of it, right? So, you know, as along with having, you know, videos of the family and my kids when they're little, you know, we do a lot of stuff outside, and I think we have a lot of knowledge and content that we can share that will help other people. There are lots of channels out there that do similar stuff that we do, but everybody's got their own opinions, everybody's got their own views. You know, we all do stuff a little differently. So I think it's good to have, you know, a lot of that content out there to help some people, because when I'm getting ready to start a project, or if I'm looking to buy something, I go to YouTube. You know, it's kind of my go-to for research. I would rather watch a video for somebody that owns that product and is going to give me their opinion on it, and I can watch 5 or 6 or 10 other videos and look at other people's opinions on that same product, and you can kind of put together your own conclusion whether that's going to work for you or not. So, you know, it's become a big source of education and how to do something, how to build something right the first time. You know, we all hate to waste our money on something that isn't actually going to work, or we don't end up liking it, you know, or we could have built something better the first time. So YouTube has become a huge source for DIY stuff, and product reviews. So that was another big part of it, you know, shooting videos to have for the family, hopefully posting some good educational content. And like I said, you know, we're going to continue to do that. I'm not going to let negative comments, you know, get in the way of that. We'll deal with them as they come. You know, this one, I actually reported it because I guarantee you this person does this to lots of other YouTube channels. I think there's people out there that just look for something negative to say, and you know, I don't see why those people should be on YouTube. Go do something else. You know, find something better to do with your time, besides post negative comments for no reason. But that's all we're going to talk about that. Now, I do want to give a little shout out to, you know, some of the YouTube channels that we follow a little more closely than others, some that relate to what we do, because those are also a motivation for why we started this channel. You know, not only do I like the content that they provide, but I like the message that they provide. And that is really important, you know, not just the content, but are they positive, you know, about it. And, you know, we watch a lot of Outdoors with the Morgans, Buck and Billy Ray, GP Outdoors, and there's lots of other ones we follow too. You know, those are three of the ones that are just coming to mind right now. But those guys post good content, good informative educational content, you know, good know-how, and they all have a positive message. And I think we need a lot more of that. So, you know, that's another thing that we'll try to do. You know, we'll try to keep a positive spin on things, because that can help a lot of people. No matter what you're going through, sometimes YouTube can be a nice little escape where you can just kind of zone into videos, and, you know, it's better than a lot of this TV content that is out there right now. So I hope that explains a little bit about, you know, more what our channel is about, why we started this. You know, if people watch it, great. If they don't, you know, that doesn't really bother me either. You know, like I said, the main point is to just put together some nice videos to have for my kids when they get older. You know, hopefully some people find this stuff educational or helpful, and I'll be completely content with that. Alright guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. So, you know, I hope that's helpful for anybody out there that is thinking about starting a YouTube channel. You know, I think it's a great way to, you know, get some good footage of your family and some of the stuff that you guys do, because you'll have that forever. And to be able to look back on that, you know, is really invaluable. So, you know, if you like our content, please subscribe, hit that like button. Any questions or comments, please let us know. See you on the next one.